get up in here because Tay got questions. Happy Friday, everybody. Okay, that's first and for well, it's Saturday now because it's in the AM. So if you don't get to see this, while I'm live or hear it while I'm live, then definitely make sure you catch the replay. Before we get into anything, I'm definitely going to do the mental check-in for the check-in. You understand? Let your girl Tay know if you a 1, 2, or a 3 as you come in the building, baby. And definitely do the famous 4, of course. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep Tay alive. But for that mental check-in, let your girl Tay know a 1 if you good, a 2 if you in between, a 3 if you on some F everybody. But hopefully by time the end of this live, you be at a 1 with me. Why? Because energy is everything, everything. I don't know how many people gonna come in because of the time, friend. And Tay did the pop in, and it was definitely possibly unexpected. But we definitely gonna hold class anyway. Cause I got questions. Tay got questions because I be confused. Okay, so being that I'm confused, I was hoping that possibly Briana could untangle her eye and bring her boot wearing ass to the front of the class. Because I have questions for her. Uh, Definitely questions for her. Because while she was showing up to the drop off looking like Pretty Woman, she sent the twins looking like they was just taken out of the orphanage. And this is no shot to the kids, this is definitely a shot to the parent. Because I know we've seen these babies grown within a year. And the only time we've seen them with good outfits on is in Johnell AI pictures. The best outfits we seen the twins in is AI pics. So for me, it shows how Johnell would like for them to dress versus how she actually presents them, dresses them, keeps them as a whole. So Tay just wanted to know. Am I seeing something wrong? Am I saying something wrong? Some people might not say it, but I know we all see it because it definitely is a thing for me. But when the mama only know how to dress like a hoe, then this is what you could expect, baby. She only knows how to buy clothes that get you in predicaments of having a baby. She doesn't really know how it is to dress a baby, because when it comes down to the factors of her kids, not only do she not have any fashion for her, she don't have no fashion for them. I know, because I've been watching. And the thing that kills me is that the people that defend this young lady will be quick to come up here and talk about the CCs and our way of living. But we not the person or people that's putting forth the influence for you. Obviously, we not the people that's here for you. But with that being said, the person that you are being influenced by, look at the presentation that they give when it comes to themselves and their kids. Because I'm just going to be honest. And I say this in every live, and people make it seem like it's about being jealous or hating all the time. But if a bitch like me was making a $420,000 a year revenue at any point in time, you would definitely be able to show that or see that through the factors of mind. It wouldn't be no ifs, ands, and buts about it. What's understood don't even have to be explained. But in this situation, it's strange because for a person to have such a major following, so they say, and for her to present her and her children in this way, you just would expect a little bit more, baby. I'm just being honest. You ain't got to be doing, how can I say? labels and all of that, because kids still need to be kids. That's a fact. But that's why they got places like Old Navy, The Gap, different things, Nike. I mean, let's just be honest, baby. You can even go to Burlington or places of that nature and shop for less and still have a child looking their Sunday's best. But for me, it's a whole disappointment, baby, because when a person is supposed to be an influence and they live their life by other people viewing, wouldn't the view that other people get to see, wouldn't your kids be the first priority? At least for me, it would be. I know I'm not tripping, but for the factors of the flyest we've seen these kids is in AI pics, it don't make no sense. So I don't know when people gonna pop in, or when you do pop in, drop down in the comments and let me know if Tay Tay is saying something wrong. Cause me personally, it's all about the children. And if this is something that we see, it's not just because we're on the opposing side, baby. I definitely have vision. Others have vision, and it is definitely a vision that is to be seen, because we all can see that these babies and these childrens do not be kept at their best, baby. It's sad because I think the Ethica deal actually came through the factors of Johnell, and she don't know how to actually stick to nothing. So I don't know. I just wish that and she would have kept it coming, because when you seen the kids actually in somebody else's clothing, it actually showed a cleansy side to them again, like when they was with Robert. So when a person say that that was them in a situation with the matching outfits, and the one that was keeping things in order, responsible for the pictures and how the family came out and how they was represented, it's hard to tell. That's how you know what's in the dark comes to the light. And that's why Robert said he never had to defend himself, because it all came out here on its own. Because listen, the truth is the truth, and it will always outweigh a lie. And when it came down to the factors of her saying she was responsible for upkeeping these kids, we see that that was nothing but lies, sis. So you got some questions to answer with your boot wearing ass, while you trying to run around here looking like Angelina Jolie and Pretty Fucking Woman. I think that's who that was, if I'm not mistaken. But even she represented a whore. And at some point in time, she even got tired of being a whore and wanted to be someone's wife. But it took her through the changes of life. In this girl's life, there's nothing changing other than the factors of the man she's claiming. And with that being said, it's confusing to me. You keep having babies, but to do what with, honey? You having these kids for what reason? You say it's for the factors of you loving your children, but the things that it takes for a person to be loving, you're not providing any of it. Not a stable home, not keeping them decent, not having mental stability within yourself to pour into them. I'm just being honest. The best we seen these kids look is in AI pics. And I'm going to say this shit because at the end of the day, I see that Johnell is very high on fashion. Even when she got with him, she started dressing a little better, friend, because he's not with that dun shit. Okay? She was out here buying clothes from DH Gate. She knew a girl on Facebook and all type of shit. She was on her fake shit just like she is. But when you see Johnell, you can tell that he's into fashion, okay? He's into the trends. He's into keeping himself up, period, friend. So that's why the boys probably, or oldest boy possibly used to steal from him because he's in fashion. Meanwhile, his mother got them pulling clothes up out of a black trash bag. At least that's how it look. At least that's how it look. A person always could show their closet and show all the clothes that they got from different brands, so they say, friend. But you never can open a closet and show your kids drip to show that they dripping just like you, sis. So with that being said, your audience is fake as shit, just like you. Because at the end of the day, I know they see the same things that we do. Now, some content creators choose not to talk about the kids, and that's all good and fine and dandy. But this is not talking about the kids. This is talking about the mother and her bum ass actions. Because, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. And majority of what we see, not even half, baby, these kids don't be decent. They don't be decent. So whoever chooses to come in my comments as a boot representative, okay, and feel like they want to defend the boot lady all they can, it doesn't matter. Because what y'all say is what y'all say. What I see is what the fuck I see. And I know I'm not the only person that sees the same thing. Let me know if I'm tripping. Now, it's crazy because this is saying that there's nobody in here as of yet. But I don't give a shit because I'm going to keep talking. When it pop up, people will get to see it, hopefully. Because I don't know what's goings on with the goings on and what's getting down with the get down. But I'm going to still say what I got to say. And I might go live again later and say it again. Because why the best we seen these kids look is in AI pics. You supposed to be was lit on the internet, sis. And you had twins. Do you know how hard I would be doing them, nigga? Outside of the kids that I already have, I would be going out for my kids real bad. What? All type of his and hers outfits. It's like a little bow, a little sundress, some sandals for my girl Lele. I don't give a fuck whether Lele ain't got no hair up there or not. She got her little 3 ponytails growing. But you still can put her in some girl clothing that actually represents her girliness. Put a little bow, a sundress, and some sandals on that baby. I'm happy Johnell got rid of them funky ass pacifiers, to say the least. But that was just a representation of your laziness, baby. I mean, they was crying with the Bobo still anyway. So what was the difference and what was the purpose of it, baby? But I don't know. I came through just for the factors of this conversation. We talking about the documentation and this, that, and the third. That's nice, but let's talk about the elephant in the room as well, too. Because if the court could have put in the order for her to keep these kids clean, that would have been a good fucking thing, because it would have been ordered in black and white, and it would have definitely been something she had to do. Otherwise, she would have been found in contempt of the court, boo. But for the fact is her telling these men she not sending these kids with no clothing. I'm not sending them with no clothing. Maybe it's possibly because they ain't got none. All the clothes that the supporters bought them from the baby shower and everything else done ran out. They done grew up. They got bigger now. Okay? So hopefully the things that Johnell got from the supporters, you understand what I'm saying? Stay at his house. At least he knows that it will be clean, and he will get to see his twins the way he wants to see them. First of all, not, throwing nothing up. You know I'm a New York girl. You know Tay Tay is straight from Brooklyn, baby. And if anything, and if nothing else, fashion is definitely a thing for New Yorkers. I'm just being honest with you. So when you see Johnell, he represents a New York Nick. Okay? outside of wherever he's been with a little LA twist. But with that being said, his twins is a representation of him. So now I'm happy that they are actually getting to go with him so he can actually see them the way he would like to see them. Like, what? That's his junior. His son is his junior. Say what? He got his boy and his girl at the same damn time. So do you know the shine that can shine? What his mother's, they mother is supposed to be this big time content creator. They father is a up and coming big time movie star. You expect when you see at the look at these kids to see so much more. And it's not even the factors of, like I said, having to be all labeled out and materialistic, because that's not what it gotta be all about. When it comes to a kid, you still want them to be comfortable and definitely decent. While you trying to pop up looking good for the fucking parents, what about the kids? And then you want to be on camera showing yourself doing lay little 3 ponytails. God bless them. But you need to bring your boot wearing ass to the front of the class. Talking about you going to motherfucking Texas. And me personally, I don't think that you should be going anywhere other than shopping for your babies while they all away for the summer, as you say. And speaking about that, I have a question to ask, okay? Yeah, about the first baby for the girl. Is it some type of beef in the streets? You could tell Tay Tay because Nakia, did you listen to me or something? Did you just so happen to hear one of my lives when I was like stupid ass Nakia? Yeah, because boo, you gotta understand. The eyes just moved back to North Carolina. You've been there. So all of the stupid shit that she did before she left, the people that's still there remember that. And 9 times out of 10, you said that you would never F with this situation. You probably wanted to beat her ass. You probably was the pit bull that came to the door. I'ma say it over and over again and some more. You was the shit that popped out. So now with that being said, right? I want to know which kids was made before and after marriage. And if so, does that decide their acceptance? If the kids in which was made before, you know how they be like before Christ, after Christ? Right. You know, you into the Bible and shit, Briana. But Nakia, this question is for you. How do you feel, boo, now that the boot wearing lady is close to you? Now, you still there with all your old friends, the same ones that knew that she was fucking on your husband. And I'm pretty sure if your homegirls is anything like my homegirls, you know, even though Bree don't mind looking or being a fool for the internet, baby, that don't mean you want to look like a fool for the internet. So, wow. You know, she up here trying to make it seem like it's one thing. You cool, but y'all ain't the best of friends. You still want to keep your distance. So, did you come to your senses? Like, I don't know what this bitch is talking about. We ain't no kumbaya. She lucky I ain't beating her ass. Is that what you want, Nakia? Because I know if, a man, was sleeping with a girl on me, and she had kids and it was outside of my marriage, baby. Anything that would be kind of hard for me. And I mean, I'm just being honest, baby. Babies ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I'm just saying, because whatever you didn't have before me is not something you're going to have while you with me. God bless you in them babies is what Tay Tay would have had to say. Because that just let me know that you didn't do it once. You was comfortable with doing it again and again. So one is too many for me, friend. Not when you lay down with a woman to the point that y'all made a baby. Not one baby, but three, and possibly all of them. They was made on you, girl. So was Josh made before y'all got married? And then the other two was possibly made after. But I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all took DNA tests because you know your baby father be claiming these kids hard. But did you make him get some paperwork to prove that these kids was actually his? I really need to know that, sis, because depending on which kids was made before marriage or after marriage can decide the acceptance within the situation, because that's basically forcing somebody to accept your disrespect. Like, you disrespected me to make them kids, baby. It's not like this is something we agreed on. You went behind my back and did that. So even though I might not, be, that don't mean that I'm going to be all kumbaya on some now we living within a poly. What the fuck? I notice you ain't post much since you posted that status about you and your rib. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen. I can't wait for the people to hear this in the morning. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I ain't even questioning it. I'm just going to talk my shit until I'm done and then I'm going to get off. But for right now, I have questions about the whole situation. Because when it comes down to her caring for these kids, she don't put forth a good demonstration. Not at all, not in the least. And it doesn't take that much money to keep kids decent, baby. So it's not basically living up to the standards of others, is living up to the standards of your kids and what they deserve, sis. So my thing is, they don't deserve to be able to go in their closet or in their dresser drawers and put clean clothes on. Huh? It's summertime. Did you take those kids summer shopping while you out here hoochie coochie hopping? I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Because while people be in the ops chat, which is us, that would be us, I guess. That's what they say. But the ops seem to care more than the people that say that they care, baby. Because ain't no way y'all be trying to project on us what y'all actually see from her. Because the things that y'all assume to be us is the things that y'all actually see when it comes to her. And for me, it's just sad because y'all really defend that. On top of the fact, influenced by it. Oh, Miss Briana, you're so beautiful. She's dirty. She's dirty. She's dirty. Any person that does not make a great representation for their kids, baby, for me, is dirty. And the proof has been in the pudding. I'm not just saying it. It is what it is. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's seen it. But with that being said, you just would hope that it would be some changes being made. I thought she said new beginning. We still seeing the same old the same old the same old Let me say that once again. So for me, I would like to see these kids at least match Johnell AI pics a little bit. And I'm not even talking about features. I'm talking about outfits. Why he got a chat GPT for his twins to look clean? Huh? Say what now? Say what now? That man got a vision. Bring his vision to life. You know he's into manifesting. He want to manifest the factors of you keeping his kids more looking like him versus the factors of the way that you do. I mean, it's only true. That's why he used to try to give your kids his old shit. He thought it would stop them from stealing it. But in defense of the kids, we living in a day and time where kids get made fun of for less. So when you go into school, I'm not saying that you gotta be on some, but you at least wanna be comfortable in what it is that you are wearing, opposed to what you have to wear because your mother don't put no concern there. When we were seeing these kids throughout the winter time and stuff like that online, they were in school. So if we didn't see their hair done from this time to this time, or no haircut from this time to this time, that mean that they was going to school the same way. Am I wrong? But maybe it's because she don't sit nowhere long enough to be stable with them. I know they would be happy to have something called their own again, because the last time they had that was when she was with Robert. Only time they moved was when the situation was getting bigger and they was moving to a bigger house. Nobody knew that all of this was going to come about. But once it did, it shows exactly who a person is. We ain't said it, she said it. Obviously, when she say, I'm not built to just be a mother, or, there's actions that actually shows. That's one thing she was not lying about. At all. But I'm about to get up off this live because I honestly really don't know what's going on with it. When it comes across your timeline, if you do get to hear it, just drop down in the comments for Tay and drop a purple heart and definitely leave your opinion on what it is that I said. And I'm going to come back again later on in the day. And hopefully YouTube have their shit together by then. Okay? Okay? Before we go though, make sure we do that mental check-in for sure. Now that the live is over, hopefully you are on a one with me, because energy is everything, right? Oh, okay. And outside of the factors of that, yeah, drop in the chat. Let me know if you are 1, 2, or 3, and definitely let me know what your opinion is on this situation, baby. Could Briana have sent her twins looking a lot more decent than they did? That's my question. Say what now?